Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ. And up next, we have DJ Akademiks and Adam22, or 16 as some of you guys like to call him, discussing how they can critique Drake and he accepts it, while Kendrick Lamar is intolerant of criticism and may exclude critics from his circle. And all they're missing is Vlad to complete the vulture trifecta. Guys, I don't think that argument could be any further from the truth. Both of those artists have been criticized before, and the alleged king of petty himself, Drake, has proven time and time again how he does care about it and that this isn't the case. And guys, if guarding who's in your circle is wrong, Akademiks doesn't have to look further than your alleged idol Drake, because having people like you in the corner obviously have not helped his reputation. And Kendrick Lamar isn't free of criticism or consequences. He himself has stated multiple times he's no savior, and I believe no man should be deified. No one should be above the consequences of their actions. These two will complain about glazing, yet be the biggest of glazers, scarfing down Oscar Mayer weenies with no water, facts, or common sense in sight. They probably feel this way because Kendrick Lamar wouldn't give them the time of day when it comes to putting out information, while Drake has been using both of these guys nonstop to spread narratives that obviously have all failed to stick. People are using the word glaze honestly where it doesn't apply. Just stating facts and giving props is not considered glazing. What a topsy-turvy world. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video, where we have DJ Akademiks and Adam22 discussing how they can critique Drake and he accepts it, while Kendrick Lamar is intolerant of criticism and may exclude critics from his circle. And again, all they're missing is DJ Vlad to complete the vulture trifecta and form the pariah megazord. Adam should really focus on Lena and her recent extracurricular activities, but I know the pockets are hurting.
Like, everybody around Kendrick acts as if Kendrick demands everybody have blind loyalty to him. Whereas, like, from my experience with Drake, I've been super critical about stuff with Drake. I've said that I didn't like the new album.
That doesn't mean that he likes you. He just sees you as useful. Drake seems to be using these guys just for their platform,
etc. Drake still talks to me like it's on some regular shit. Like, I feel like Drake, even with Ak, is much more understanding of the role of a media figure, and that if you're cool with a person like Adam or Ak, that you're just going to have to deal with the fact that they're not always going to have 100% positive shit to say about you. But whereas like Kendrick, it feels like everybody in his circle, you have to 100% glaze him at all times, or else.
I can't say that because even DJ Had can be critical, and that's a guy that has been in Kendrick Lamar's circle. I mean, he's even given Drake props to an extent, but these people keep acting as if Drake isn't giving people the ammunition to be used against him. If you're not going out crashing out literally left and right, there wouldn't be anything to say from anybody if you're going to want to make a valid point anyway.
Else you are not allowed to be part of any of this shit.
Let me ask you one question. Drake go bad on Joe Budden when he had his input on this music.
But Joe's shit was personal.
Moving the goalposts yet again. All of it can be personal.
I'll tell you what Drake and Joe think, because Drake told me directly, because I asked Drake about it. I said, Drake, I criticize you too, so why are you going up on it? He says Joe was trying to appeal to little girls. He liked little girl stuff. Come on now. Again, it's the same.
The PDF narrative.
It's the same thing that Kendrick tripled down on.
So what's the problem with him and Charlamagne?
Well,
people in media that give their input on him.
The music, you would criticize him saying he looks like a little light-skinned girl.
He's never said that, but he has been very critical of Drake. But again, another person that has definitely given Drake his props when he felt that it was necessary to. But yeah, Charlamagne hasn't always been the most objective about Drake. But you have to stop being soft about it. Not everyone has to like you, you know what I mean? Obviously, Charlamagne has a very, very big platform, and his voice definitely goes a long way. I mean, the guy has been a fixture in hip-hop media for over 20 years now at this point. As far as Ak, I feel like the only time he's ever really criticized him was maybe a record here and there, or maybe some moves. And honestly, when Ak does criticize anything about Drake, it usually happens to coincide with like Drake doing a stream with somebody else. And obviously, Akademiks, seemingly very bitter about it, is going to want to crash out about that, but he just tries to disguise it. Not very transparent, obviously. But Drake has really built a reputation of using people how he sees fit, which honestly, but sadly, is how the world works. Even one of my mentors in music said, if you're not useful, you're useless. So you're going to have to obviously bring some value to whatever situation you encounter. But Drake has allegedly done a lot of snaky things in the industry. And while that may be put to the side while you're still hot, while you still have the power to throw your weight around and potentially shelve somebody, when you're down, best believe the people that were staying quiet, and honestly, you may have been working with some of them still, but when you're down, now it's time for them to throw their shots.
When you're not
Air
criticizing
their
the
grievances.
person's music and you're saying you're having personal attacks, of course they're not going to fuck with you.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Ak.
Think about Elliot Wilson. Elliot Wilson went up on Drake because he didn't get like a fourth interview. You know what I mean?
That was gay as fuck.
That was weird.
Definitely respect what Elliot Wilson has done for hip hop media and journalism. But yeah, he has acted really sensitive over the last few years. And to me, a little hypocritical because a lot of the same things that he was calling out a few years ago about these new hip hop media and how the space ran are tactics that he's now using himself. And while there are definitely people out there that throw unnecessary hate, at the end of the day, that's what comes with being a public figure. When you put your art out there as well, you're opening yourself up to not only praise, but for criticism. And Adam seems to be extremely delusional about his relationship with Drake.
Hey. But in reality, I'm gonna be honest with you, the only thing I was kind of taken back about, the dudes who call somebody a pedophile, I can't believe they're like, yo, why y'all talking about our family? And I was like,
yeah, exactly.
Akademiks, I think you have the sequence of events wrong. It was Drake that first said anything about families.
Well, that's not necessarily coming from me. The song says, I think the kid belong to Dave Free. I don't know who the fuck
that's my whole
Again, moving the goalpost. Akademiks. Most of the stuff that Kendrick Lamar was saying about Drake has been stuff that has been circulating in the public sphere for, I don't know, like 15 years now. So he didn't create any of these narratives. And it's the same thing that UMG stated when they were trying to get their lawsuit with Drake dismissed. The fact that, yeah, this isn't stuff that he made up. This has been around for a very long time. These two, yet again, are moving the goalposts. And again, their narrative and their arguments make no sense, at least to me anyway. Because it's not just Drake that has faced criticism. Kendrick Lamar has faced tons of criticism. Just look online and you'll see it for yourself. I feel like these guys are just grasping at straws right now because none of their other narratives were working, but they don't have the relationship with Drake that I think they have. Drake doesn't seem to respect these guys at all. I mean, we all saw it during that Aiden Ross stream when Akademiks called in and Drake literally looked like a crazed fan that he has been trying to avoid called in. So that body language and the way he spoke to him and the tone was definitely very, very telling. And it didn't help that Akademiks sounded like he was on a 5-day Henny bender, which more than likely he was on. But people are using the word glaze way too liberally. We're just calling it how we see it, and right now it's how it looks. So calling somebody a glazer for giving somebody props and giving them their flowers while they're here to accept them, yeah, man, I feel like that's something that should be done more often. Pretty sure the comments on this video are going to be hilarious as well. Check some of them out. That's why the K-Bot era won't last. The smallest bit of criticism could lead to collapse. For Kendrick, he's built a glass house. That first PR storm will do severe damage. You, sir, are a buffoon. Drake has been criticized more, but in the process, he built a brick home. He can weather more storms. Drake has proven to be probably one of the most sensitive rappers we have ever seen. And Rayo, I don't think you have your facts right because Kendrick Lamar has been criticized plenty over his career. They are obsessed with Kendrick. Didn't Drake and Smiley just drop a song no one cares about? That song definitely flopped. I'm pretty sure for a Drake feature, they expected more than like 500K first day streaming. Akademiks does personal attacks against Kendrick all the time. He's such a freaking liar. Yeah, man. And he also speaks from a position of having no facts. Stop letting this white guy have a say-so. He don't even know the people from his team and just talking. Yep, I totally agree there. I feel like the only members of Kendrick Lamar's team they actually know is Dave Free and Anthony Saleh. Just because he don't want to talk to them. I definitely agree with you there. Drake doesn't mind criticism, that's a lie. Yeah, like I said, the pettiest of rappers, allegedly. Oh my God, here it goes. A train of delusions. When is your era gonna end? You are a bunch of haters, hypocrites, and morally corrupt leaders. So we follow you instead? I wouldn't follow either of these guys anywhere. Keep hating, please. You all look good at it. I can sense the sarcasm there. And let us be gatekeepers. Nobody likes criticism. Is that a new phenomenon? I agree, but at the end of the day, there is a place for constructive criticism. Akademiks is the biggest hypocrite. Every time he is criticized, he starts bitching about it on TV all day. I don't even have energy for Adam. Good luck with your nonsense, buddy. None of you in that room even like each other. Yep, they're all just using each other. I can probably bet money on the fact that most of the town over at No Jumper are just seeing this guy as a paycheck. And very valid point about Akademiks, he crashes out over the littlest things. Kendrick is infallible. Y'all didn't know? Obviously a Drake stan. No one's infallible. They just sat there and lied. For a whole year, Drake has been doing childish things to people who have critiqued him and to people who enjoy Kendrick songs. I mean, the guy even sent a very, very dumb DM to that politician just for wanting to go and experience hip-hop history while it's in his city. So basically, they're mad that Kendrick chooses not to use their clown asses like Drake does. I feel like that may be the biggest part in all this. If Kendrick Lamar was giving Akademiks the same looks that Drake was giving Akademiks, Akademiks would be elated. It's not like there isn't plenty of footage of him saying that that's his #1 rapper, second is a very distant, and that all Kendrick Lamar's albums are classics. Keep saying, wait till y'all find out that's not his son. Ah, the delusion. Drake literally DM'd Anthony Fantano because like a sensitive ass B because he scored his album low. Let's leave it there. And guys, that was just Anthony's opinion and something that obviously shouldn't have pissed off Drake. If you really believe in your project and your fans really do, does it really matter what anyone has to say? Anthony obviously has a very big voice in the space, so it's obviously going to cause ripples. But at the end of the day, if you truly do understand what a critic's role is, then you would understand that that is vital and necessary. I clearly remember Drake himself saying that he really needed people to tell him he fell off to light a fire back under him. Really? Ackman choking on Drake's ish while he's not grooming children. Ooh, definitely below the belt right there, literally. But yeah, guys, not only are these two just moving the goalpost again, they're literally playing in a whole nother venue altogether. Those are all really erroneous points. At the end of the day, you can't say Kendrick Lamar hasn't faced criticism because all you would have to do is just look this past year. And it's not like there hasn't been other things that people have criticized about him before. Like I've always said, you have to give people the ammunition if you're going to have anything valid for people to say about you. And Drake has provided plenty of that ammunition. People have obviously stockpiled. He seemingly has had a chip on his shoulder, honestly, since the start of his career, and that obviously hasn't changed, even with the success. All the success is going to do is just magnify and amplify who you truly are. So this is who he really always was. But definitely let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you guys think that Kendrick Lamar can't face criticism or that Drake is unfairly being criticized? I feel like as a public figure, this is part of the game. And again, you control how people perceive you with how you portray yourself. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does your channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. It honestly is overwhelming. And all the love and support that you guys continue to show this channel on the daily is probably the biggest reason why I make these videos. So I definitely want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all of it. Also, guys, a very big shout out to all those that have been joining the YouTube memberships. It's a small way to support the channel, but definitely goes a long way. And also a very special thank you to all those that have been sending super thanks as well. Those donations definitely go a very long way, and I want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all of it. So I'm definitely looking forward to what you guys have to say on this, even though I feel like I know where you guys are going to be leaning towards. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. An academic really doesn't have a leg to stand on with this argument when he's probably been the biggest glazer, when he's probably been downing the most glizzies himself.